All right, David. So I'm going to coach you through why you care. So since I'm the coach, I'll set the timer too, and we'll stick with the protocol. So I'm going to set a 1-minute timer. What's your dilemma?
So I'm supposed to be, this year I'm the leader of my grade team, and we're supposed to look at data and see how the kids are doing. We're looking at GPAs, attendance, like we're checking in. We're supposed to, this, check-in system where we're looking at the data of the kids. And I have this teacher, Alex. He's got a lot going on in his personal life. Used to be a really strong teacher and has been struggling, doing as well for the last couple of, even last year. So going into this, in the classroom and personally. And now though, there were never professionalism issues. And I guess now what I have is Alex has been late to meetings and just never has the data prep for our team to talk about it.
Nice, you beat the clock. All right, so now I'm going to set a 4-minute timer, and I'm going to ask you questions about why you care and try to tap into your values of why you really care. What about your values? And maybe you even think back to the artifact share that we did. What about your values make you care about this so much?
Okay. I mean, I guess I care because, he's late to the meetings, and that's, you're not supposed to be late, one of the things I value is hard work. And when you're late, he's oh, I was talking to a parent, but I talk to parents too. I'm still not keeping everybody else waiting, I guess there's also an honesty thing there too, because he's saying oh, I was talking to a parent, and I guess he was, but he's choosing to talk to that parent. I have parents calling me during the meeting, and I say, hey, Mrs. So-and-so, I gotta get off right now. I'm about to have a meeting. Can I call you back? Parents understand that, that could happen once, but it can't be happening every time. And also I guess it makes me to be honest, I'm the grade level chair, and I've talked to this person, I've talked to Alex multiple times. It's still happening. It makes me look bad. People are what's going on with you? And it brings the team down too, because I think I think about the other 4 members of the team, they like and respect Alex. And then when he's late, doesn't have his act together, the data, they're yo, why should I do this? And then they're why? And then and I guess I think too, they're thinking oh, David's just letting that happen. That's embarrassing, I guess.
So I hear from you, one, you really value hard work, and it appears like Alex just isn't working as hard as he needs to. 2, you value honesty, and perhaps you're noticing you're not really believing the parent excuse. And if it is the excuse, not a good one. We could all make that one. And 3, you're wondering, what does it say about your competence as the team leader? You're wondering if it's making the rest of the team question your ability to lead the team.
Yeah, I guess it's all those things. And when I think about it, he's probably annoyed. He doesn't want to pull the data. It takes me a half an hour to pull my data, and it's just a half an hour, but just a half an hour, we're teaching, we have a lot to do. So to add that on top of the prep and the internalization and the data meetings and everything else, it's and sometimes it's annoying, because it does feel like another thing to do. Since this has started, the principal just keeps piling on, you guys need to be looking at attendance. You guys need to do this. He hasn't taught the pandemic. You make the kids show up. I don't need another, we're all stressed. It's the feedback is oh, kids have their cameras off. You're a bad teacher. Okay, well, you come on and get them to turn the cameras on. Good luck, buddy. It's annoying. So I understand how all that's going on. And we've got to look at how kids are doing. So we're calling up and following up with the right kids. It can't just be well, I like this kid, so I'm going to call, or I think I noticed. We have a responsibility to look where kids are and follow up. So, even though I know all those things are annoying, and those are, those are my kids. He's got kids I taught last year in his class. We got to look at the data, and we got to look at it ahead of time, not afterwards or whatever. We said we were going to have this process, and that's the process that we committed to, so that we, can start to close the gaps that we taught our school pass.
Mm-hmm. So as you think about having this conversation with Alex, why do you care to have it?
When he's late to the meetings and not doing what he promised, he's letting our team down. But bigger than that, when he's not reviewing how the kids are doing so we can like systematically follow up. He's not keeping his promises to our kids.
Mm. Mm. All right, we'll stop there. I feel like that's a really strong why you care. So now I'll just set 1 more minute timer, and you'll get a chance to reflect what's clearer to you now after that process.
I think what's clear to me now is that, I mean, we're in a tough situation, and I know Alex has a lot going on personally, and like some of the situation, like it's hard to take some of these initiatives seriously because we have so many of them. So I get that. And like, I guess I didn't really think until now that like some of it was about like me, but like really it's about, you know, I mean, it's about the kids. Like some of the stuff I don't want to be doing either. And like, this is what we said we would do. And like, it's the right thing to do. Um, and at the end of the day, I guess that's what matters more than anything else.
Mm-hmm. Sounds like you really landed on like you care because we made promises to each other and promises to the kids, and we've got to keep them.
Yeah.
Let's switch.